Welcome back, this is Dreddeus with another episode of the LA Rams franchise. We're in week 2, facing off against the San Francisco 49ers for the first time in this season. We will be facing them another time towards the end of the season again. So first things first, let's take a look at the weekly awards. We seemingly didn't get one. No, Jalen Ramsey got one. Alright, was asking myself why that turned up. Our cornerback, 5 tackles, 3 interceptions. Great game against the Buccaneers. Now let's head on, take a look at what else we need to take care of. We can select the regional focus scouting, scout college players. We're going to do that later on. Maybe I'm going to do that off screen. Upgrade players. Returning from injuries, Bobby Wagner, that's a positive. And we have one of our practice squad players signed by the Browns. It's left outside linebacker, Terrell Lewis. I already checked that. Yeah. All part of the game. I'm never too happy when a player gets picked from our practice squad, but we did it ourselves, and there just was no space for him. We had Leonard Floyd, Justin Hollins, and behind him there was Terrell Lewis with a 69 overall. So for the moment, we didn't really need him. And at right outside linebacker, we could have maybe used him instead of Daniel Hardy. He was a bit better, but yeah, never mind. It is what it is. Let's take a look at the Browns and find out who we will be facing here. Let's take a look at the quarterback situation. No, not the Browns. We want to find the 49ers. All right, the 49ers are starting Trey Lance as their starting QB now. Jimmy Garoppolo has dropped down in the ranking, and Trey Lance is now the starter with a superstar overall, 28th ranked quarterback. Agile, looks to be one of those double threat quarterbacks. Jimmy Garoppolo is in there, Trevor Siemian and Reed Sinnett, whoever those may be. Halfback is Elijah Mitchell, that's unchanged. Trey Sermon as well, and Tyrion Davis Price. Tyrion, maybe Game of Thrones reference right there, or the parents were big fans. Fullback is Kyle Juszczyk. Wide receivers, superstar Deebo Samuel, 91 overall. Very dangerous wide receiver, number 11 ranked. Just look at that speed and all those other attributes. Brandon Ayuk as well, that's the second wide receiver. And then we've got Ray McLeod, Dante Demas Jr. and Juwan Jennings. Pretty dangerous wide receiving core, to be honest. The upper two especially dangerous. The other ones at least complementary. Tight end George Kittle, superstar X Factor. Let's just check if he's still the number 1 ranked tight end in the game. So we'll have to be very aware of the short passing game here. Charlie Werner and Luke Lachey are also in the core. Left tackle is Trent Williams, a superstar, 95 overall. Justin School and Nick Brooker also there, but the main danger will be Trent Williams, number 1 ranked left tackle. What a player. Left guard Eric Flowers and Jalen Moore. First position, that's below an 80. Center is Billy Price and Elijah Nkansa. Billy Price, let's take a look here. He's a 72 overall, looking not too dangerous from the overall, but everything else, the key attributes are quite strong. Strength, pass block finesse, lead block, run block finesse, impact blocking awareness. Yeah, no, not too crazy. Aaron Banks, same here, 71 overall. Right tackle Mike McGlinchey, 82 overall. Where did he come from? Right, always a player for the San Francisco 49ers. Left edge, Arik Armstead is injured. He will be out for another week with a back strain. Right, that's positive for us, so we'll be facing Charles Omenihu. That's good. Right edge, Nick Bosa, of course, he's gonna be dangerous. Devontae Bond behind him. D-tackles, Javon Kinlaw, Maurice Hurst, and Kalia Davis. We just played them in the week 18 game of the last season. Left outside linebackers Isis Al-Shair and Demetrius Flanagan fouls. Not too many changes. Fred Warner, of course, superstar X Factor. Oren Burks and Otaro Alaka. The mid linebackers, right outside linebackers, Trey Greenlaw, Drake Jackson. Greenlaw tackled us. I still remember that. And the corners are Javarius Ward, DJ Reed Jr., Ambry Thomas, Q Blue Kelly. What a name. He's a rookie now from the new draft. Actually looking quite athletic here. High speed, agility, and jumping. Everything else not that pronounced. Womack and Demodor Lenoir. Okay. Free safeties PJ Williams and Talanoa Hufanga in their 70s. Strong safety, of course, Jimmy Ward. He is down to star dev. Still the number 8 ranked strong safety, so the pass play will be tricky. Kekris, Robbie Gould, and the punter still Mitch Wisnowski. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly game plan and how we'll handle that. Our strategy. Defensive game plan. What do we do here? What's the suggestion? Suggestion is defend the outside run, stop Elijah Mitchell. Wow, short passing is way more dangerous. We're definitely going to go with the short passing here. Going to be going with full pads and the splits. That should be okay. Next up, offensive game plan. Run inside. The suggestion is a blitz counter. If we go for that, we get a blocker, blitz awareness, double moves versus off coverage, and a faster reaction to short pass for the opposition. If we go the throw short, we get better short routes, double moves versus off coverage, and faster pocket degradation. We don't want that. And catch in traffic, better medium routes, better release versus press. Let's go with a blitz counter, if that's the recommendation. I think this is something that we definitely need to keep in our minds, as again, full pads and splits. And next up, team profile, and of course the weekly game plan. Let's see, 5+ sacks, that's a lot. I don't really think that we're going to be able to get that. Gonna go with 1 interception. As always, force 2 turnovers. Yeah, let's try that. Rush for 150 yards. Yeah, let's go with that. And the head coach. Score 30+ points. Ooh. Let's go to 15+ first downs. I think we can get that. And then there's also the midpoint. If we don't get the full goal, we'll at least get 2 points for the middle goal here. Maurice Smith, we are favoring Ernest Jones and Anthony Hines. I did think of someone else that I wanted to improve, but I do not remember who that was for the life of me. Was it Skylar Thompson? I think I wanted to improve Skylar Thompson to make sure that our backup QB was getting better. It was not Brees Hall. Was it someone here? I don't think so. Nope. We are already improving Maurice Smith, so that's all right. Was it Logan Bruss? Cannot really remember who I wanted to improve. It was not, wasn't one of these here. But we have really pushed the team forward in a very positive way. Really pleased with all our trades here. And who was it? I think it was Skylar Thompson. I think that I wanted to improve him a bit more. All right, defensive training has been completed. Fatigue has more or less stayed the same. That's a positive. Looking at offense, don't want to see any injuries here. And we are looking very good. Yeah, no injuries. That's what I call a successful training. Now let's upgrade the players. Got quite a few. Joseph Noteboom, +1 to Agile. That will be +1 impact block, +1 pass block, +2 for pass block finesse, run block +1 and run block finesse, +1. He's a 72 now. Improving quite nicely. Kingsley Enagbari, also a +1. He's a 71 now. Really digging the hairstyle. He, of course, is the backup left edge, but I do want to get him game ready as quickly as possible. Quentin Lake, awareness, tackle, zone coverage, each +1. Tyler Batty, let's get him +1 speed rusher. Awareness, finesse moves, and tackle. Will Lampkin, another one of our draft picks here, the left guard. Awareness, pass block, finesse, run block, and run block finesse. Zach Tom, he's center. Gonna put a +1 to agile as he gets a +1 to awareness, lead block, and +2 to run block and run block finesse out of Wake Forest. Last year's draft, I remember Robert Rochelle, corner, number 31, man-to-man upgrade, awareness, jumping, man coverage, and speed. Skylar Thompson, here we go. I'm gonna put it into improviser. 67 break, sack, throw deep, accuracy mid, and throw on run. Again, his ratings are very balanced. When you look at those, I only want to improve the accuracy overall. Everything else should be improving naturally. His strength, of course, is not that great. Carrying means that he's going to be dropping the ball when he's hit. Corey Durden, +1. He's now 64. Run stopper, block shedding, D-tackle. Daniel Hardy, outside linebacker, +1 to 64 now. Awareness, finesse moves, and power moves. And now, wow, we really have got quite a few. Loving it right now. Great stuff. Jonah Williams, +1 at an 82 now. Pass block, finesse, run block, and run block finesse. He's a scheme fit, so improving quite quickly. And a start after that, David Edwards, 79. Awareness, lead block, pass block, finesse, run block, and strength. That's very good. I really need my offensive line to be a bit more steadfast than it was in the previous season. David Long Jr. An improvement to man-to-man awareness, getting a +2 man coverage, press, tackle, and zone coverage. Very nice. Sean Robinson, my start in the left edge. Let's get power rusher improved. Power moves and strength going up. Terrell Burgess, my free safety. Fully into the 70s, in the high 70s, pursuit, speed, and zone coverage. Grant Haley, corner, 75 now. Improvement to man-to-man, acceleration, agility, press, and tackle. Antonio Hines. A bit sad that he lost his star dev. Not quite sure why though. I wasn't doing as badly. Nick Bonito. +1 to field general, awareness, man coverage, pursuit, and tackle are getting upgrades. And finally, Cam Akers. Very nice. Let's get him into the 90s quickly. Agility, awareness, carrying. As soon as he's in the 90s, I will be putting a lot more into the other categories to make him more rounded. But he's doing very, very nicely for us. Okay, manage roster. Let's take a look at the lineup before we head into the game versus the 49ers. I'm going to start Maurice Smith. I want to see what happens. Jonah Williams, my starter, David Edwards, Robert Hunt, Sam Cosme. Very nice. Kennard, I want him as the backup. Okay. Allen Robinson, Tutu Atwell. Wandale Robinson. Let me take a look at Tutu Outlaws. Just a quick look here. Speed, acceleration, catch and traffic. I will be utilizing him a bit more this season. Let's just see what the ratings for Wandale Robinson look like. I still got some way to go, but he will be getting into the 70s quickly. All right, looking good. Skylar Thompson here. On defense, Bobby Wagner is back. He's lining up next to Ernest Jones. Anthony Hines. Well, in hindsight, I could have used Terrell here. Burgess is my starter. Fuller is the starter. David Long here. Grant Haley improving. All right, we are ready to go. Let's get cracking. Face off against the 49ers and hopefully beat them in our first confrontation this year. All right, so we take over in the first half, first quarter. 7 on the board already for the 49ers. And we will start by establishing the pass game here. Going with a zone fake jet. That might have been a bad choice. All right, it might have been a bad choice. Nope. Luckily, thought that would take very long here as Akers pushes through, picks up the first down. Very nice run by him here. Clearly finding space, 1st and 10. Let's get going with a PA post curl shot here. Allen Robinson, intended receiver, but we have quite a few options. Cooper Kupp catches the ball, stopped at the 37. What a catch by Coop. I would really like to get him into the plays more often, but it's sometimes really difficult to do that. He is just very Breece Hall. Wow, just look at him weaving and turning between defense up to the 7-yard line. What a run by Breece Hall, who I put in as my 3rd running back now. Just look at that run. Beautiful. Finally stopped by the number 34. And now we will be going for, let's take a look here. Let's go to zone weak towards the left-hand side here. And as I was saying, Cooper Kupp is the primary wide receiver, and he's always covered the most by defense, by the best corners, by the best safeties. That just makes it incredibly difficult to just really get anything going here. And he's often just covered too well. If he does get into space, he's fantastic. Breece Hall, fullback, now pushing into the end zone. What a run. This one's basically all down to him. And of course, Coop. Come on, D. Defense stops them. Very nice. 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. As we will go with a halfback slip screen. Run play towards the left-hand side. Anything but a fumble or a pick are acceptable. All right, here we go. I get sacked. Okay. So we're at 2nd and 22. Fantastic. And starting in our own end zone. Isn't that a beauty? Come Akers. Needs to find some space here, and we do. Picking up 9 yards at least. So that's a positive. And at 3rd and 13, I think we should go for a pass play now. Definitely need to get some space here. Let's go an inside high-low. But we will put Cooper Kupp on a slant route here, just to get him into space a bit sooner. So it's either Kupp or Robinson. Kupp gets the ball. Does he stretch? Is it the first down or 4th and inches? 4th and 1. Okay. Jimmy Ward stops him. That's all right by me. But we will be going for the fullback dive here. I mean, we did so well. Don't really want to punt now. Fingers crossed that it works. And it works. Breece Hall holding on to the ball. Number 34 tries to rip it out of his hands. As we will go for a cross drag here now. Allen Jefferson, Tyler Higbee. Did I say Allen Jefferson? That's nonsense, of course. Van Jefferson, of course, I wanted to say. And he escapes pressure quite nicely here. Let's take a look at that real quick. He's here. Let's just follow his route along. And he's in a scuffle with the 35 here, but gets into space, gets the ball, and then dragged down. But what a nice pickup. So a close PA cross. Again, not really feeling that route that Kupp is going for, so I'm going to put him on a slant. Get the defender away from here. As we fake that handoff. And Bryson Hopkins finds himself in space. 2 minutes 38, still to go. That was okay. Halfback quick base. Our next play will be a run play. Let's not get the 49ers too settled in. And taken down by Fred Warner. That was not the largest output here. As the 2-minute warning comes in the second quarter before we head into halftime. Time for the post-wheel drag. Can we get Cooper Kupp back to the end zone without risking a terrible... I went for it with an aggressive catch, but this is what I meant. He's just always covered too well, and it's really difficult getting him into space. As we will go with, here we go, cross drag. I think that should work. Allen Robinson, primary receiver. Quite a few backup options though. Van Jefferson pushed out of bounds at 1 minute 47 at the 17-yard line. Okay, let's go to halfback draw. Utilizing Cam Akers on the right-hand side. No space to be found. Pushed back a little bit here. I think let's go the bench switch now. And Van Jefferson, of course, my intended receiver, but still a lot of options now. Yeah, there we go. Breece Hall, not really picking up too many. Looks like 4 yards. No, that was more. 7 yards. 3rd and 5. So what do? Do we risk? Yeah, we risk a mesh spot. Quite a few options again. Safe catch by Van Jefferson. As we are at 1st and goal at the 2-yard line, 49 seconds to go. So halfback dive, our next play towards the right-hand side. All right, off we go. Cam Akers straight up the gut, picks up the touchdown. Very nice. Very nice. 49ers strike back very quickly. A bit surprised by how quickly they moved down the field. So let's go for an audible here. I think I'm gonna go with a PA read. Higbee or Jefferson. Stopped. Let's try a timeout here. I would have loved to get down the pitch a little bit more, but nothing happening here. Let's go for another audible. Quick slant, halfback dive, 4 verticals. Let's go with a play action cross dig shot here. Allen Robinson. A bit slower, but route run and release are better. As we fake the play, of course. And that's a pick. Let's stop him. There we go. Not really what I wanted to have. And now we are 3 points behind as we start the play in the third quarter. And Jefferson, primary receiver. Akers going for the run behind. There's a flag on the play. I do hope that was a roughing the passer and not. All right, thank you. Who was that? Drake Jackson. Yeah. I was fearing that that might turn out to be something like a holding offense. But luckily not. And Jefferson, left-hand side, 3 yards. Not an insane pickup right here. Do we go for one of those curl flats? Yeah, let's try that. Cooper Kupp, right-hand side. As I go for Tyler Higbee, breaks 1 sack, and then dragged down by Fred Warner. Let's just take a quick look at Cooper Kupp. He's moving over there. Moving. And yeah, would have been covered. Okay, I'm satisfied with my choice. As we go for a stick and nod. Those really work well sometimes, but that extra nod in there sometimes gets defenders on the players too quickly. As Van Jefferson is pushed pretty toughly here by Thomas, but we still get that 2nd and inches. I'm looking for a halfback cut. Here we go. Towards the left. Let's smash that. Get that first down, and we do in the third quarter. We are obviously going for that touchdown to go ahead in points, maybe put a little bit more pressure on the 49ers. Akers avoids, I think it was Javon Kindle that he avoided, and then taken down quite roughly. So yeah, Allen Robinson primary, Cooper Kupp secondary. Pushed away here. I was hoping to find him in free space. But actually, I will take anything right now apart from a pick. So off we go. Should have gone outside. Tried to go to the inside and into the coverage by the screen. So we can only go for a field goal, but it's an accurate kick by Matt Gay here. As we draw even. Let's see if our defense can stop the 49ers. And they cannot, but they only get 3 points on the board, so we're down by 3. We can equalize with a field goal. We've got 3 minutes 45. No need to rush. Dragged down here by Williams, number 26, for a pickup of 5 yards. As we will go with a quick slant here by Cooper Kupp. Was the right. I always try to get the ball to him. Nope. Does that count as a throw out of sack? Yes, it does. That was not the best read. I was trying to watch Kupp, but he just wasn't really getting into free space. And now going with Van Jefferson here. Allen Robinson. I was looking for him as we stop the clock. Now, next up, we will be going for a dagger. Primary receiver, Allen Robinson again. Fatigue levels look okay. Best bet, Cooper Kupp, I reckon. That was thrown out of sack, not really happy with that. Let's go with the drag curl. Cooper Kupp gonna be on that tight route. Stopped too quickly, wanted to turn around and get going. This is gonna cost us. Let's go with the drive wide corner. And let's get going quickly here, guys. Get someone into space. Allen Robinson, very nice here. Up the middle, mid hash. Let's go with a slot tight end cross here. As we hit 2-minute marking. Going with a bench switch. Van Jefferson towards the left. Ah, God freaking hell. I don't know what that was, apart from stupid. But we have 1 minute 10. We are at around 20 again. Not where I wanted to be. We have no timeouts left, so that's great. Need to get out of bounds, and we are stopped. Why do I always do that? I don't know. 40 seconds. Come on, guys. And another pick. Yeah, that's a game. 49ers are securely establishing themselves as better rivals. Such a close game. Decided by errors. Decided by 3 interceptions. Rushing was actually pretty good. Breece Hall, Cam Akers did really well. Receiving, a lot of players chipping in. Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Tyler Higbee. But yeah. Alright, gonna end the episode here. Bit of frustration here again. We are still atop the NFC West, so that at least is a positive. But losing against the 49ers always hurts, and that was so unnecessary. So super unnecessary. Could have gone for a field goal, for a touchdown, anything, but that's super risky. I actually didn't think it was that risky, but obviously it was. Anyhow, hope you still enjoyed the episode. If you did, please drop me a like and subscribe. That always helps the channel. And as always, thank you for watching, and see you next time.